Hi, this is Mike, and yes, this is Bitcoin chart, but I got a point to make, so just pay attention. First of all, I just want to address a couple of things that I've heard people say. So, one of them is a comment in one of my posts that said that, I went AWOL at one point. Now, I might have gone AWOL, but you got to understand how complex things can get, right? And in this video, I'm going to reveal to you why things got complex with XLM, right? And also why I stopped believing in conspiracy theories. Yes, because I used to do YouTube video live streams where we used to talk fun up about things going on. But I learned an important lesson, which I talked about in my AriasWave show, is that human psychology is human psychology, right? It doesn't matter who does it, it's human, right? Everything in this world is human based. That's why I don't believe that we can go to Mars, because we are designed for Earth. Everything in Earth is equilibrium. You take humans out of Earth, no equilibrium. So I stopped believing in that. But I also started believing in my abilities to read the waves, even though they weren't that good. I started to see things that I, I couldn't put my finger on, and I needed time to process, right? Because I believe that I can be the best at this. All right. So the M&M of chart reading, right? The human computer chip. I've got a laptop in my back pocket. Oh, no, I don't. Not really. I've got a mobile phone instead. But anyway, these nuts from YouTube says, what makes you think XLM has a great future, and how far do you see it going to price wise? So I aim to answer this question by showing you something that I saw in my travels. So the reason I haven't been posting on XLM is because there's something deep within me that knows something about that pattern, but couldn't put my finger on it. And yesterday during my Bitcoin trading, something happened during that craziness, which I took a snapshot in my mind and I remembered it for later. And then when I saw the XLM pattern, it was exactly the same. And I started to realize what is possible in the charts, right? And I started to compile my library of waves and ideologies and realize that anything is possible, right? And especially with the waves. But there's one thing that makes me really happy is that truncation. Thank God it doesn't exist. And that's one thing that happened yesterday. So I'll take you to the small degree of this correction we were trading, right? So Bitcoin still trying to break that line there before it tanks. So around here, right? We had okay. So this is a type 2 expander zigzag, right? Uh, Wave 5 started. Wait, I need to go to 1 minute. Sorry. Right now I can remember the things without even like I take a mental snapshot. I remember this area. I'll never forget it. Right here we had Wave 5 started, which became really big. Right. So remember I said I woke up early in the morning, first thing, and I said, go long, right? Something told me here, DE pattern. Great, go long. We started off wave 5, um, zigzag, right? So I said, okay, cool. We saw wave A, right? And then I saw an A, B, C, D, E, right? So I said, okay, we did another 5 waves up. And then I saw this shit and I thought, oh no, truncation short, made money. But this is the key. It doesn't matter if we're expecting a 5-wave move up. Regardless of what this whole pattern is, 5-wave moves a 5-wave move. So my mental snapshot started here, right? Right there, because we're expecting five waves up. And I wasn't buying the truncation thing. Something triggered in my mind as I was watching this. And then I saw this and I'm like, there's something going on here that's sparking something in my mind. So I posted that idea, right? Watch for this, and look what happened. Now, does this pattern look familiar to you, my friends? Does it look familiar? This is the same pattern XLM is making at larger degree. Okay? Down the bottom, you can't see wave 1A. You can see B and C at the lows, but you do see this 2017 move up, wave D. And then a week 5 wave move unfolding. Doesn't this look like 2018 to you? 18, 19, 2020 right here? Doesn't this look like exactly? Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, I'm not saying it's going to go down 99%, but that's not the point I'm trying to make, right? The point is 5 wave moves can start off like this. And it's confirmed an expansion of correction in my mind to the point I can't unsee it. And this is what can happen to XLM, right? This is what can happen to XLM. But you need to follow me if you want to understand how we're going to get there. Okay, so now let's go to the XLM chart where I have prepared earlier something for you, something for my XLM fans. Right here, we have the same pattern. We have 1, A, B, C, D, unfolding week 5 wave move for E, right? You should be down here, right? Now, I don't know, why isn't that down there? I think there's a E wave there that I didn't shrink. But anyway, I didn't shrink D either. Sorry, I was working on this, and during the time that I went supposedly AWOL, it was during the most complex pattern I've ever seen in my bloody life. Like to this day, I'm still questioning myself with it. Right? I even made a video called The Perfect Count, thinking I was convinced. Now I realize what's happening. So what we see here is wave 1 down, zigzag A, B, C, D. I think shitty little E down there. Right? So this is insanity, peak insanity. Right? That means since 2019 till September 2022 has been just wave 2. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to go all the way back down here, right? 99%. We could. And I'm going to talk to you about why we don't know, okay? So let's just say, look, go to the 4 hours, right? And you've got the end of wave E, which was that weird looking move, man. That thing is so weird. I don't even know if I'm right or it's this one here. Right? It could be this one, right? Actually, I think it is that one, right? I'm working on it, all right? I think it's this one. 5 wave move, right? I think, right? Give me some time to process. I only just discovered this, mentally processed it after my last Bitcoin idea, which was pretty cool. So what is this pattern here? So I think maybe what we're seeing is the start of the wave 3 zigzag. Now, the part that I don't know is this, well, okay, clearly this can't be the entire zigzag because it's too small, right? Even if we did finish off wave E up here somewhere, it'd go down here. And if you go to the larger degree, that would go nowhere near our target for 3, right? And plus 3 can't be that small. Come on. So I do think there is some significant downside for XLM, right? To produce a zigzag at least as long as wave 1 or maybe smaller, it's allowed to, as long as wave 3 is not the shortest. So wave 3 can be smaller than wave 1, but as long as wave 5 isn't, as long as wave 3 is in the shortest, wave 5 can be smaller than all of them, right? So what I'm thinking might happen is that we could produce some kind of ending wedge pattern eventually, right? Wherever that goes, I would not be surprised if we wedged out down low. But like, this is a great idea, by the way, because that means that what truncation? That's stupid, right? That's a baby idea. That's an Elliott wave shit, right? You got to clean that up, take it out to the garbage, and throw it away, right? We're talking AriasWave here, right? We're better than that. I can't let myself slip into Elliott wave, right? It's bad. It's like a evil poison, right? That'll make you sleep and wake up one day and you've lost the opportunity to trade this because you've already missed the move. That would be my worst nightmare. So here, I reckon that we need to be vigilant in understanding that potentially we could see a 5 wave move here, right? And we might only be in wave 2. So still going back to the idea that there's a 5 wave move coming, but then there'll be a bounce and then another 5. So this is going to be prolonged, unfortunately. And I do see prolonged correction for Bitcoin too. So it's not going to be just XLM, all right? And we might see it get sharper. In fact, the sharper the better, because that means we're seeing progress, and the sooner it goes down, we can buy some more, right? But just remember that pattern, like take a mental snapshot and remember also understand what is a bat pattern, right? The bat pattern, I've been looking at these lately, and for the cipher pattern, whatever you call it. And listen, I'm telling you, there's something in these patterns, right? So I do believe that potentially we could see something like a bat pattern eventually, right? I don't know how that's going to look, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to be bullish, right? So I suggest, right, it could even be down here, right? I suggest like waiting until we see this entire thing unfold before you buy, right? And when you can buy it, it'll be not long after it'll go to the moon, right? Just like I showed you before. But you gotta be patient, right? I understand you want to get rich. Hey, we all do. But why did I create Arias? Trust me, be patient, it'll come, right? You've got plenty of time to get rich because once this happens, it goes up quick, right? Sure, it might take a bit of time after it bottoms, but when you see the results, you will be so happy that you own it. Trust me, you will own it and you will be happy. It'll go up to levels that you can't imagine, right? You compare that to that, like, you got to think about it, right? This is what I thought when I was looking at the Bitcoin idea. I go, this is going to break the ceiling, even though I knew that it wouldn't. I thought this is going to go right up there because how could something like this just go up a tiny bit to like those $5 predictions? It's stupid, right? It's going to go crazy, right? I wouldn't be surprised if it hit 20,000. Look, you just don't know what's ahead. You don't know what's ahead. That's why I reckon this thing has the potential to go above your expectations, right? But don't forget that things could be bad at that point, right? We could be seeing hyperinflation and a lot of other shit, right? So just be aware that the future that you imagine getting rich in may not be the things may not be the same as they are now. Okay, so just it's good to be ahead of the game, but don't expect everything to be as beautiful as it is now. Even though things are pretty, average, things could get worse in terms of the economy and inflation and all that stuff. But hey, if you're in this at the right time, you could definitely hedge yourself against any potential risks that are going to happen during that time. So hopefully you found this video appealing, refreshing, enlightening, because it came out of nowhere, really. And so did yesterday's moves in Bitcoin. And you know what? Out of craziness sparks my creativity. Thanks for watching.